Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our little video reflection series here for everything that's happening inside of room 110 at Nemaha Valley High School. Mr. Williams here, back in action. It's been about 2 weeks since we've kind of been in this, or been in our regular school day routine. We had spring break last week. The week before that was state basketball, which is a very hectic, fun-filled week. But it's been about 2 weeks since we've been doing the daily grind thing. It's Tuesday the 25th today, here in March. And the students, the last 2 days of school, have done a good job of jumping back into things, which is great to see because we do have about 8.5 weeks of school left. So the end is near. We can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And with that comes a little bit of that spring fever that some of our students catch, summer fever that some of our students catch. And that's understandable with longer daylight hours. The temperature's nice. And we've also got the spring sports and extracurricular season getting underway here within the next week. And that just provides a ton of opportunities for students to get out and take part in some of the extracurricular activities, grow within those, and also go and support each other. So whether our students are directly involved in those extracurriculars, they can also be indirectly involved by going and spectating, going and helping, going and watching, etc. So the point I'm getting at is we're back after a 2-week hiatus, essentially, for biology and integrated science, because we did test there those 2 days before state basketball and school getting out early. But we got to keep the feet to the fire here. All right, we got to keep our feet to the fire. We're going to have tons of distractions, tons of other items and situations and things going on that they're going to make it tough for our students to stay focused and continue to learn and develop inside this classroom. But we're going to do our best to make sure that we keep the feet to the fire and we keep the nose to the grindstone. I've talked to each one of my classes about that so far, about how we do have this plethora of stuff coming at us here over the next 7-8 weeks. But we need to maximize class time and maximize time within the school day to make sure that we get things done when we've got that time, because it is very difficult, naturally, as a 15 through 17-year-old, very difficult to do things outside of the school day at this time of the year. All right, very difficult to do things outside of the school day at this time of the year. So we chatted about that. Wanted to mention that in the video because it's been a talking point, a little lecture at the beginning of each class, the first 2 days back here from spring break. As for content that we're going to be covering in biology and integrated science, I'll start off with integrated science. We're moving into Unit 7. We're staying inside the space and astronomy science fields here. We're going to be looking at the Earth, Moon, Sun system, everything from Chapter 29 in the textbook. 3 sections dealing with Earth and space, dealing with time and seasons, and then finally the moon. We're going to cover those 3 sections. It's probably going to take us about 3.5 weeks to get through that material, and then we'll be testing. So we'll be testing that second week of April, roughly. Excited about this unit. It's the last unit that we'll have in our space science series, and then we'll be moving on to hopefully 2 other units to finish out the school year. One dealing with some basic physical and chemical sciences to kind of prepare us for biology, and then a little bit of a biology preview unit here at the end of the school year. For biology, Unit 8 is officially kicked off the last 2 days, and it is evolutionary biology. We're going to look at how life has originated on planet Earth and how it has changed over time. Now, we always have to preface this. We go back to our initial definition of science, which we established way back in Unit 1 at the beginning of the school year. And we talk about how science is a man-made field of study. It's man-generated, and it's man's pursuit, all right, man's desire to explain naturally occurring phenomenon with naturally occurring evidence that have naturally occurring explanations. So that's all we're going. That's all the further this goes. That's all the further our studies in evolutionary biology goes, is man's explanation for how life has changed over time and has gotten to where it's at. The material from the textbooks will be chapters 12 and 13, and the students have started reading that material and completing some directed reading guides covering that material. It's going to be an abridged unit because in addition to evolutionary biology, we also want to get units 9 and 10 in this school year. That's some basics with botany, Unit 9, a little bit of plant science, and Unit 10, which is zoology basics, so a little bit of introduction into some animal sciences. That about does it for what we're going to be covering here over the next 8.5 weeks for both integrated science and biology. As always, if you have any questions about anything that's going on, by all means, please feel free to contact me via email or give me a ring. Would love to chat with you about anything that you have questions, concerns, or comments over. And as always, continue to check the Nemaha Valley Science websites for updates on what's happening inside of room 110, and also checking the unit pages where we've got calendars with tentative timelines on what we're covering each class period and when, and also the major concepts and all the links to any of the videos, any of the assignments, any of the quizzes, any of the vocabulary, any of the reading packets, any of the worksheets, everything located on those unit pages. So by all means, make sure you check those out, and please, 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 always feel free to contact me. Thanks a lot for your time. We'll see you guys later.